ABBA's Angeleyes from 1979 is getting all the attention lately. Let's explore this new fascination and the backstory of this very special song. Hey, so, without rhyme or reason, it seems, from out of the blue, Angeleyes is making the rounds again and climbing up in popularity. And this is largely due to the young folks over at TikTok, a platform where people put together short videos to entertain. And they seem to have a new fascination with Angeleyes, with the song and lyrics. Influencers have been using the 1979 track to mourn the discontinued snacks, cancelled shows, deceased actors, and other figments from their past they miss to this day. They are using a sped up version of the song, which I think is nothing more than hilarious, and I mean that in the most positive way. And if you look up all the uploads featuring that version of Angeleyes, we have over 470,000 videos. Even Jimmy Fallon, the famous American TV host, is amongst those. Upon this new rise of fame, the song actually climbed into the current list of most popular ABBA songs on YouTube Music, reaching number 4, and over on Spotify, the current popularity is even one spot higher, only beaten by Gimme Gimme Gimme, A Man After Midnight and Dancing Queen. And who else is also getting in on the act? Of course, our very own Björn Ulvaeus from Sweden. And the young people over at TikTok are going crazy over the fact that suddenly ABBA themselves, in the shape of Björn, are on their For You pages. Fans are pouring into the comment section to declare that the best romantic couple in ABBA was Ulvaeus and his platform boots. Others told the legendary singer that the shoes are coming back into the fashion, and they were also pleased for him to dust off his old boots and wear them with pride. I think all of this is pure and simply fun, but it's also quite moving to see this reception, especially for a song that usually does not get this attention from a wider public. And to think that this song was not even meant to be released for a while. Let's talk a little about the history of Angeleyes, and perhaps it explains a little bit why the song has this rise in popularity right now. It was recorded in October 1978, but the composition itself was not really contemporary. So much so that there was a reluctance towards the song from Björn and Benny. This was during the beginning of the album sessions for Voulez-vous, and those sessions would become by far the most prolific sessions ABBA ever did, and probably the most tedious ones at the same time. Many songs were written and recorded but left unreleased. The style of all of these songs was so diverse, and more often than not, Björn and Benny felt that they were not going anywhere. And with Angeleyes, they initially felt the same, that it wasn't any good. One of those other songs was Just a Notion, and when they got cold feet over that one, they finally decided to go for Angeleyes, to be included on Voulez-vous. It was then even put onto the single release of the title track, in many territories even as a double A-side, including the UK, where it reached number 3 on the charts. And the song, especially in combination with Voulez-vous, perfectly captures the variety of the album. Because these two songs couldn't be more diverse, and the Voulez-vous album is often described as that disco album, but it's not really. I'd say it is an album made in the disco era, late era at that, but even the disco-type songs have so much ABBA in them that it's not typically disco. And on top of that, we get songs like I Have a Dream and Chiquitita, which I would say are more into Schlager and folk styles. And Angeleyes is one of those songs that makes for this unique variety on the album. Benny commented that the song was back to the 60s and that the tune was in a strange key, somehow being both too low and too high. All of this was a reason why they were reluctant in the first place, but he does like it better now. It sounds like it was made 10 years earlier, but that wouldn't matter now when a further 30 or by now 40 years have passed. But even back then, they must have had some fondness for the song, since it was actually considered and almost recorded for their Spanish album in early 1980. The Spanish version of Angeleyes even had lyrics and was called Ojos de Ángel, but as far as we know, it was never recorded. They never performed this song live, They never performed it anywhere, and we don't have a music video. But during the time of the release of Voulez-vous, at least we got an original comment from Agnetha about the song.
Hello.
Hello, Agnetha. How are you?
I'm fine.
Agnetha, let's look at the fourth cut on side one. It's Angeleyes.
Angeleyes? Oh, what should I say about that one? That's me singing solo, is it? I don't know what to say about it.
Anything at all?
I always think it's very hard to talk about the numbers because we just play on feelings, and I would say that goes for everything what we do.
She's not saying much, and she wasn't even quite right about the lead vocals, which are a joint effort by Agnetha and Frida. But the song does speak for itself. That classical style, back to the 60s as Benny described it, the feeling of nostalgia almost, it fits so perfect with those lyrics. And even though it wasn't contemporary per se, there was some nostalgia craze going on. On one of my videos about Just a Notion, new version we got now, Ruby A wrote this. I remember that the nostalgia for music of the late 1950s became very prevalent in 1978 with the release of the movie Grease and its ubiquitous soundtrack. And interestingly enough, that is somehow reflected in both Just a Notion and Angeleyes, those two songs that were kind of competing with each other, with Angeleyes winning the day. And with all these nostalgic feelings, it does make sense that our young fans from today are using this song right now. And surely the fact that Benny re-recorded the song for the soundtrack of Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again helped with that too. And this new version has some interesting slight changes in the arrangement, and I really enjoy the instrumental version that we got, where we can hear so many details of those hidden layers and harmonies. And with that, I leave it to you and the world to rejoice in the magic of Angeleyes. Let me know what you think of the song, and also if you have more thoughts about this current phenomenon. Alright, until then, hey då!